Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to OMSI2 on ZZ9's Transport. Today you join me in Farthington again. Last time I was here it was just a quick thing to say, oh, there's a video coming out that you might want to keep an eye out for. But this time we are going to do a full lap. And you probably recognise what's in front of me right now, because it's literally my YouTube profile picture, or avatar, or icon, or whatever you want to call it. There it is, YX22 OHC. Well, what we'll do is we'll actually get this bus on and round to stand first, because I can't really see it very well here. And by the way, you probably want to just ignore the fact that you could see the driver underneath the dashboard from the outside. It's just a glitch. I have the steering wheel raised so that it's at a better angle. I can actually see the indicators, which you can't in its default position, and I like seeing the indicators. I don't really like this view either, so we're going to change this view. There's one more view we want to change, which is this one, where we put it right around there. And that is all much nicer. Let's get the ticketer logged on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't tell anyone the code. Ignore the fact that I just did. We will get this thing round. How many people are there at the bus stop for us today? Oh, look at that, there's 6 people. That's quite a lot more than I've had at other times. Now, whilst we go around, I am going to say apologies in advance if I need to briefly mute up at any point during this. I'm still sort of getting over the last stretches of a cold, and those last stretches come in the form of a really annoying cough. And I don't want to particularly have that on the video because I don't think you'll enjoy it, so there may be sudden mutes for reasons that look kind of unexplained. Let's just do that. And what we'll also do is we'll put the destination blind on, and because it's this thing, I don't really know how to use that. We're going to use OMSI's 92E menu instead. Set it like so. That's just the number 3 button and not the F3 button. And there you have it. Farthington via Westheath. Open the door. Save some fuel, turn the engine off. Welcome everyone.
Hello, mate.
So we'll take a look around this bus while we're stopped here, because it's a bit of a better spot to look around it. YX22 OHC, operated by D&E Coaches. The only bus of this type they have, and it was new in, quite obviously by the reg, 2022. It mainly operates the Route 307, but when it was first new, one of the first things it did when it was first put into service was actually operate a city sightseeing tour. That was simply because the second red open topper that year, because they still had 2 routes, they still had the blue route, the second open topper was not quite ready yet. That particular open topper was not an open topper. That is me being very good at commentary. The second red bus, which is actually a closed topper, closed roof entirely, was not ready yet. That's a better way to describe which bus it was that they hadn't quite got ready yet when this had to take to the tour. It was never an open topper. I don't know why I said open topper, so I'm going to blame it on the cough. I'm going to blame it on the cough being super annoying, and that's why. Hasn't really been seen on the sightseeing tour since. It hasn't been at all to my knowledge, and nowadays it mainly operates their Route 307 between Inverness and various terminus, either Kiltarity, Houghton or Bewley, depending, wow, this is going to be a great video, depending on the run. Different runs have different endpoints. Some of them terminate early. I think there's one a day goes all the way at Bewley. Well, that is YX22 OHC for you. It's a 10.8 meter, and this is of course Chloe's 10.8 EP with the Kruger displays, because the MS one I'm not aware of there being an update for the current version of Master Switch displays. Inside we have standard seat maquette. I think this is, it's not Chimera. Is it Chimera? I think it's Chimera, maybe. The Chimera, I can't remember if it's Chimera or if it's someone else, but it's the sort of ringed maquette. It's basically the default. It's one that comes with this bus by default, but I made a different version of it to make the rings a bit more realistically sized, in my opinion. Well, that's what this has got. That texture looks a bit stretched, but is what it is. Must just be something with these back seats. And I think that's basically all you need to know about this particular vehicle, so we'll get the engine on and get ready to depart. It is about time to head. We're going to do a full lap. A full lap. That is just black. I don't know why, but it just is. It's always been like that, and I just reset that view by mistake. I think I've told you everything you need to know about this bus, so let's get on the move. No one else getting on board. So on we go. The depot speed limit's like 5 miles an hour. We're definitely going beyond that, but happens. And we'll head to our first stop. It's a nice, easy drive. We don't have to be pushing this thing to the limits. It does not need it. Easily run early in this direction. So we will just take it nice and easy. This roundabout's awkward for AI cars being, well, being OMSI AI really. For example, that Skoda's going to look harmless right now. Never mind, it's going to stay harmless. That's unexpected. I was expecting it to do an OMSI AI and just pull out right in front of me, or try and go through the bus. Because OMSI cars just love doing that for some reason. Yeah, we can just take this not too fast. There's no need to wring the life out of this thing. Nice, easy run. Yeah, reason I'm doing a full lap on this one not long after doing the single journey before is because I said I would. So here I am, fulfilling that promise. I thought I'd take this bus because I haven't driven a D&E Coaches repaint in a while. The last one I did was way back, third video on the channel I'm pretty sure was the last time I drove one of my D&E repaints, and that was the LX400, which uses the interior from Eamon's AV197 repaint. Whereas this one's got just a mostly stock interior bar, seats and a piece of ceiling detail essentially. Let's head to West Heath House. My voice is not going to do well by the end of this video, let me tell you that, but you know what, we're on with it. I just realised I meant to set the date and time to something a bit more accurate to the current date and time, but I didn't, so oops, never mind. These things happen. Look at this, I've barely been, I don't think I've really hit full throttle once. Yeah, we're still going to get in 1.5 minutes early. That's how lenient the timetable is this way. Just pull in. Only one person here, we're that early. I don't think I'm gonna get off the road, am I? Oh, I am. Where's the bus stop flag? I don't want to be like right on that. Oh no, it's way behind us. Maybe a bit too far forward, but I don't think it's too bad. Oh, well, that's probably pretty much right on the limit. Oh, everyone just got off here. Oh, okay then. Well, now there's just only 2 people on the bus. Huh. I'll put the time forward and that might get a couple extra people on. Do tend to get a few more people going the other way. That's a loud car. Let's just put the time forward to about there. There you go.
Good day, driver.
Hello there.
Hello everybody who I'm currently not looking at because I'm looking at the back of the bus. Yep, that's just another OMSI moment, you know how it is. I think we're ready to go again. We're all good, just make sure we don't clip the curb at the front. And away we go towards the Park and Ride, I think is next. Is it the Park and Ride? It is. Farthington, Park and Ride, northbound Bay 1. Yep, well done. Had my indicator on right, but fortunately I was going slow enough that it didn't matter. Away we go. Let's test the speed on this thing. We head up and over this temporary road surface bridge. I thought there was more acceleration than there was on this. I was mistaken. So past the guided busway, which never became anything. More people getting off at the Park and Ride, as you would expect. Where are you going? I can never tell with OMSI traffic. They'll say one thing and then do another. Well, they don't say, but you know what I mean. Oh, we can see the other bus ahead, heading towards Park and Ride. I think this is a slightly irregular service frequency. I thought initially 2 buses, each duty has a departure every half an hour from the depot. There was going to be a 15-minute frequency, but I think it's not quite. I think it is like if I'm at 12 o'clock, that one's at 12:20, and then this one's at 12:30 again. There's like a 20 minutes and 10 minutes. I haven't looked at the duty 2 timetable ever, actually, but I think that's what it is instead of just 15 minutes frequency. It's a bit odd, but is what it is. Let's just pull up to this stance. Try and line up with these cones, that's always a good practice. Line up with the cones. Where's the... It's already gone, is it?
Hello.
What?
Yeah, it's already gone.
Hiya, driver.
Welcome, I just press the button that does nothing. Oh well. Press the button on my controller, it does nothing. Ignore me. I believe those are Daimler Fleetline AI vehicles, if I'm not mistaken, and they've got manual gearboxes. So let me tell you, on a controller, when every other button is already taken up by something, or something else, or something else again, manual gearbox is not the one. Ah, we had quick suspension lift that time. Yeah, manual is certainly not the one. There's that bus again. Off back to the depot. Can hear an emergency vehicle somewhere. That stop goes towards the depot only. Take this nice and wide. navigate between the cones. Almost easier to do it up here because those sideways looking camera views are just very low down. I think those might be original to the bus before the enhancements. I'm not sure, like the original 200MMC versions, as V3D released them, but I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on that one. Just does seem a bit low down, you know, so maybe something to look into, seeing if there's a way to change that. Just a bit annoying feeling so low down there. Kinda takes some of your field of vision and field of view in front of you away. Anyway. Enough of that, let's get to the bus station. And then we'll do our return journey. Take a wide swing on this. Oh, that was a bit faster than I thought it was going to be. It's fine, everything is fine. There we go. You can see the 208 pulled in there. Well, you'll see it's a 208 in a second. Right now it just looks like a bus. Which is true, it is also a bus, but it's a 208. Okay, don't have to worry about any cars. Make this wide. We don't clip the curb. And we'll pull in to stance number 1. Oh, I forgot this doesn't have as good a turning circle. This is going to be a curb. The curb was not clipped. I do not know how. Very tight entrance to a bus station. You think they'd design it a bit better. No shade intended. It was just a sort of a joke on if it was a real life place it would be designed to have probably a bit of a wider entrance. But happens. It's an old map. Can't expect the world. Yeah, I just think these views, if these views are higher, it would just feel a bit better, you know what I mean? Might be something to look into, but I have no real concrete knowledge of how any of that works. Anyway, let us do a switch to the destination display while that that bell does bell things, I guess. Let me see here. Bus depot terminus. That's
Hello, mate. What?
Dry Barley Depot.
Oh, hello.
Decent amount of people getting on, to be fair. Where are you going? Ah, yes, of course. Why are you standing? There's literally so many seats available. Oh, the other thing with this bus, it does have Lazzarini high backs in it, just because this doesn't have ADL smart seats. If this ever does get those in the future, it'll be switched out because it has smart seats in real life. But I just did the best with what I could with what the bus offers. But is what it is, you know. Got back in. A few people on this time. Well, more than what there was. If I turn this off, I might hear the other bus starting. I just spoke over it, of course I did. There it is. There it still is. And there it goes. It will help if I'm trying to turn the bus on if I actually use the correct button. Press the N key instead of the M key. It's time to go, but for whatever reason in this map, there are people on stance 2 who also want this bus. So we will give them the benefit of the bus. That way they are not left behind. I'm just going to walk their way earlier than I thought they would.
What?
Is this how you meant to park in a bus stance? No, but everyone was already standing in the middle of the
Good day, driver.
parking spot. So there you go. Now we actually have quite a few people on. How many do we have on? We've got a little bit of time. That was actually a decent number now. Actually one of the highest totals I think I've had. Right, we need to get on the move now. Farewell bus station. This is where the timekeeping becomes a little bit interesting. Let's just see how we get on. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's fine. No collision. Thought that might have been a bit of a tight fit, but it wasn't. Another thing, I just sort of lose my exact perception for where the vehicle is in relation to things in front of me when that height changes. Oh dear. When that height change happens. I'm good at this, aren't I? If you can't already tell, I don't do multiple takes of this. This is just authentic, whatever happens, happens. I certainly wouldn't leave stuff like that in if it was done on multiple takes. Oh, bit of kick down. Back to the park and ride we go. You won't see the other bus, of course, because of the difference in the departures. We'll see that later on, after we make our final stop, before we're back at the depot. It's like on the one hand, you get to see the other bus at the park and ride in one direction on the current timetable. But on the other hand, it just seems a bit odd that it would be not just an even 15-minute departure. I don't know. Doesn't make any odds to me, of course. I just drive the bus. Surprisingly, there's no one in N1 on this direction, and we're heading back south, or using the South Bay, heading back towards the bus depot. There's often people at the north stance that try and get on. Go. We are running a bit late, but that happens on this direction.
Hi there.
Welcome on board. We'll make up the time, no bother. Negotiate all the cones here again. Here. That was probably fine. It was at least fine on the left side. I don't know about if the front collided with anything on the right, but we'll say it didn't. We will say it didn't, and that means it definitely didn't, and that is all that matters. So let's go back to Westheath. Away we go. Despite the height thing that I keep mentioning on some of these camera views, it's a nice wee bus to drive, this one. It's smooth, it just drives pretty nice. Unlike real E200MMCs, it doesn't rattle everywhere. Should I say, unlike a lot of real E200MMCs. It's like with most bus models, you get some that are better than the norm and some that are worse than the norm. But they can be quite a rattly type in real life. That is not nearly the case as much here. Brakes on so we can stop in time for this roundabout. On multiple occasions I have not successfully done that. There we go. Going to arrive bang on time at this stop. So there's a couple of people to get on. That timing could have been awkward, but fortunately it's not, so we just get to glide in. Slightly suboptimal positioning relative to the stop flag, but it happens.
Oh, hello.
Hello
Hi,
everybody.
Hello. Hello, mate.
We've got more people on now. This is definitely one of the busiest services on this run I've ever done. Very interesting. Right, let's get to the depot then. Away we go. Should arrive in plenty of time. Go on, bus. Let's get some speed up. You can do it. There we go. It's trying to hit 50. Don't know if it's going to hit it before the first tight turn. It did. There's the other bus. There's the fleet line. Gently round the corner. Yeah, I figured it was about time I took the bus that is the icon, channel icon, for a spin on an OMSI route. It was something it really had to do. Who knows? Maybe one day there'll be a Plaxton president in OMSI too. Would be nice. I can make one of those a channel icon instead. And I can take a channel icon round in OMSI 2 for a spin again, but it's a different bus. One more time at this roundabout then. is the quietest I've seen this roundabout for a while. We are here back at the Dry Barley bus depot. Just glide on in. If anything, we're a bit early than we needed to be, but that's okay. Just nice and gently to the bus stop. Nope. There we go. So then, that is a full lap of Farthington. We'll let everyone disembark. There we go. Everyone is off. And we will close that up. So here is the lovely YX22 OHC, which has performed very nicely for us today, and that is that for a run. We have completed a run in both directions. Let me just get this in the right spot. We'll have it. But hang on. That'll almost do. That'll do. There we go. Isn't that nice? So anyway, there is YX22 OHC. Look at this. I can make the lights go like that. I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, I would like to thank you all for watching as always. You know what to do if you enjoyed. I don't need to tell you that. And I've probably already got quite a few photos of this bus on my Flickr, but who knows how many you'll find. Have a look. There's going to be a lot more to come because my Flickr backlog is unbelievably large. Like, it is almost comically large. But anyway, with that all said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little drive with D&E's YX22 OHC. And who knows what the next random bus and random route will be for us. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Do the liking, subscribing, all of that stuff, and also do the ignoring of the missing element from the external view. With that being said, the usual conditions apply. Display off will end the video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next random bus on another random route.